Now, I have been reminded on a number of occasions this morning by staff and by Blake's staff that I have 10 minutes, so let me get started. First off, let me thank Blake Wilson. Mrs. Wilson, thank you for your service to our country, and thank you for Blake Wilson. He and Ann have done a remarkable job for the state of Mississippi. For someone who came from the north down here to show us how it's done, he has really shown us how it can be done. Blake Wilson, thank you, and God bless you. Such a pleasure and an honor for me to be here today to recognize our veterans and to salute them. Each day as I have the opportunity to deal with and help support our Mississippi National Guard military men and women across this world, across this planet from Mississippi. It is the most important duty and responsibility that I have. I'm so proud of Leon Collins, who will speak to you in just a moment. General Collins has done an admirable job. Not only is he a veteran of the Iraqi war, was he in the Triangle of Death and served with great honor and distinction there in that combat zone, but he returned to Mississippi to be our adjutant general. He and I have worked together on the front lines of Hurricane Isaac, disasters that have come to this state, and there's no better leader for the men and women of the Mississippi National Guard than General Collins. Now, we can pay tribute here today to General Collins and all those that wear the uniform. It is easy for us to verbalize our thanks, our expression, but we need to do more. I know the Speaker of the House, Lieutenant Governor, is here today, and I want to thank them and all the members of the Mississippi Legislature, because each time we call upon them to support our military personnel, they answer that call. This year, our Military Certification Assistance Program, something the First Lady had been active in. And gentlemen, you understand when your First Lady asks you to do something, you better get it done. And so I'm proud to say Deborah and other First Ladies around this country came together and said we need to be able to make sure that when a military personnel, one of our military officers or enlisted men come to the state of Mississippi, that their spouse has the opportunity to, if you will, make sure they exercise their profession. So we're going to make sure that we move that certification and licensure procedure program forward, so if your wife is a nurse and you get transferred to one of our military bases here, she's not down or waiting 6 months, or he's not waiting for his license to be able to go to work and affecting your income for your family. So I'm very proud that we signed into law Senate Bill 2419 that will help do that, and I want to thank the First Lady for her continued commitment to that effort. In January of this year, we also proclaimed 2013 as the year to hire Mississippi veterans. Now, I can tell you, and I know Ingalls is here today, they have some 1,500 veterans that work for them, building ships to protect freedom around the world. And so now we're asking other companies to be a part of this. On your table today, you will see a pledge to hire Mississippi heroes. Please take time to take this with you and fill it out. Now, we're not going to hold you to it. We're not going to say, well, you promised and you're not doing it. But we would just simply ask you to take the time and the effort, if you will, to say, is this individual a veteran, and should we try to make them part of our organizations? It will help you. There are no better employees than veterans. Now, I'm not here to diminish anyone else's responsibility, training, or education. There are many great Mississippians, but our veterans, particularly those who are returning from harm's way, need our help more than just our words. They need a job when they return to Mississippi. Mark Henry and his staff at Employment Security Commission have had many job fairs across the state of Mississippi for veterans, and 591 veterans have found employment because of those job fairs. As governor, we quickly reauthorized the Mississippi Military Communities Council to make sure our bases are protected. With the potential of a future BRAC, we want to make certain that everyone from the Department of Defense to the White House understands we will protect our military bases and their missions in Mississippi. The Mississippi Legislature helped us fund that effort. Again, stepping forward whenever they are called to do so. I will show you how well our bases are working. Keesler Air Force Base in 2013 received the Installation Excellence Award from the Air Force. This was the top award for a military base Keesler Air Force Base in Mississippi. We should be proud of them. Now, as we continue our salute, I would like to say that our defense industry in Mississippi has done something remarkable. Not only have they built the materials, the weapons, the equipment to defend liberty here and around the world, but they've given jobs to Mississippians. We've talked about Ingalls, but there's so many others. Eaton Aerospace, American Eurocopter, Winchester, on and on the list goes. And I was honored, and you may have read or heard about this morning. Earlier this morning, I took a phone call from Rick Hughes. Rick is the president of Space Airborne Systems at Raytheon. Raytheon, they informed us, as you know, is located in Forest, Mississippi, where they make some of the most advanced radar equipment in the world, the Advanced Combat Radar System for the KF-16 Fighting Falcon fleet for the Republic of Korea. This new fleet for Korea will now be equipped with the specialized radar that will be manufactured by Mississippians in Forest, Mississippi. This is a $550 million commitment. Rick Hughes was kind enough to personally call me and say, we are so very proud of what we do in Forest, Mississippi, and in Rankin County, where their other plant is located. And again, he said what every CEO from around the world tells me. It is the workforce. It is the Mississippians that come to work early, that show up to give you a good day's work. Many of them veterans themselves, and they work late when they need to. We know that they take their children to church on Sunday. They go and help head the Boy Scouts. These are the men and women in Mississippi that are not only driving this economy, but are indeed protecting our liberties around the world. What a great day for Raytheon and for Mississippi. 134 active electronically scanned array radar systems. You know, we have to have acronyms for everything. The AESA, again, manufactured in Forest, Mississippi. Now, I want to remind you of a couple of things. Again, hire veterans whenever we can. Remember, the Mississippi National Guard and Reserve employer support. It is employers that support the National Guard and our reserve that are so critical. Those of you that allow and support your National Guard and Reserve members to take that time from their job to go out and serve their country. Thank you for that. Our Military Families Relief Fund, you can go online and easily find it if you would like to support a veteran with your time and your talents, your finances as they come back or as they are needs here for the families of those veterans that are serving. So today, we honor all of our veterans. I have to reflect on the day, that hot day that we were in Newton, Mississippi, opening the Mississippi Veterans Memorial Cemetery, the Arlington of the South. If you haven't had an opportunity to visit it, you should do so. Heroes lie there in Newton, Mississippi, one of the finest military cemeteries in this nation. And as I asked why, how were we able to do this? Why Newton, Mississippi, when so many people would love a national military cemetery to honor their heroes? It is because of our respect and the number of veterans both currently serving and those that have served in Mississippi. We do so much to protect and serve. Veterans that are here today, I thank you. My father was a veteran of World War II. He was a little boy from Sullivan's Hollow. He said the first new pair of shoes he ever owned, the Navy bought for him. But like so many, he went out to the other side of the world and fought for freedom. Those that lie there in Newton have laid the highest of price upon the altar of freedom. Let us never forget. God bless you. God bless Mississippi, and God bless the United States of America.